Alright, welcome to the graveyard shift, everyone. So, as you can see, my Xbox is on, which can only mean one thing. We are not going to be playing Halo. I have to get these just set up because I just switched from 1080p to 720p. But yeah, today's schedule contains Metal Slug 3 and Tokyo Jungle. We are still following the arcade theme, but today I decided we were going to throw a little bit of a loop into our little show. And Tokyo Jungle is not an arcade game, but it plays like one, so that's why it's there. So, let's see here. While I get this set up, just give me a few minutes. Okay, looks like everything's all set up and ready. So without further ado, let's begin with Metal Slug 3. Now, Metal Slug 3 is a bit of a favorite of mine. A nice, fun, enjoyable run and gun game. I think it was released in 2002 by SNK. And SNK was acquired by Playmore, creating the SNK Playmore company. And then they released all the Metal Slug games on console. Now you're gonna notice that all of my language is in Japanese. That's because this game has some censorship in every version of the game. If your console is set, if your console's language is set to English, then it registers the ROM and sets it for NTSCU. And the NTSCU version of this game has all the blood replaced with white, and also changes some enemies' color to less resemble blood, except for the crabs for some reason. But in Japan, if you set your console's language to Japanese, and it'll register your console as NTSCJ, and it will allow you to play the game uncensored. So all the blood's back to normal, and it is its original traditional glory in the best way possible. Super grenades, huh? All right. So the way that the controls work in this version of the game is you can control with the left stick or the D-pad, naturally. A is jump, B is your eject button if you're in a vehicle, X fires, and Y throws bombs, which are usually grenades. Whoops. Alright. So, you're just going to see a lot of running and throwing stuff and running more and throwing more stuff, picking up items. It's going to be really hard to follow, especially in this circumstance. I also forgot to set the mic delay, so right now you're listening to me in real time, even though the game is not quite following that suit. Whoop. Well, let's see here. Did I not die? Or did I just not notice my respawn? Anyways. Let's see here. Huh, good, we get the 2-leg. Now, Metal Slug is best known for its incredible, like, ridiculous style of gameplay. It's also really favored by arcade connoisseurs because of its innovative graphics style. It uses dot pixel graphics, which means that instead of square pixels, like we're used to seeing for games of this time, well before the transition to, before the transition to, the major transition to 3D, I mean, everybody was used to seeing square pixels. But in this game, all of the pixels are rounded, so it's all circle.
Mission complete. Mission 2, start.
So every stage is different. Every stage has a different approach to what you kill. And in stage 2, you fight a bunch of zombies. And this is probably my favorite part of the whole game, really, is because stage 2 is such a wacky, insane mess of just craziness. And you have a lot of stuff to kill, and if people get hit by this, if people get hit by the spew that the zombies shoot out, then they turn into zombies. But if you get turned into a zombie, which is only possible if you get hit by the spew, then you turn into a zombie and you get probably the best ability in video game history, which is a screen clearer, as long as you're on the left screen, I mean, or on the right screen. As long as you're just on the side of the screen you were not aiming towards, then you get an amazing ability that basically clears the screen with a giant fountain of blood. I don't know what it's called. I think everything in this game has a name, especially that move. But, you know, what can you do? You're probably hearing a bit of my mouse pressing. Alright, let's kill that one. Killing that one first usually gets you a combo point boost, but we didn't get any love that time. So, let's see here. Okay, let's go for the spew attack. Cool. As you can see, it deals a ton of damage. It is actually probably one of the strongest moves in the game. It actually is the strongest move in the game, I think. It is just outright insanely powerful. Gotta be a bit careful around helicopters because they can shoot 3 shots at an angle, and that means that you have a bit to dodge if you're not careful. Probably should have kept the flame shot. Oh well. Yeah, so there are 2 basic attacks you have. You have your basic shooting attack. You can go to Iceman here if you want. It's a little side thing. You have a side attack, just a basic shooting attack, I mean. And you have a melee attack if you are touching an enemy. And basically, these touching attacks deal a bit of damage, but not as much as, say, a gun. The one thing to note is that if you are attacked by a zombie in zombie form, then you die immediately. So turning into a zombie has a benefit of being extremely powerful, but you're really slow, you don't shoot as fast, you don't get weapon power-ups, and you die if you get hit again by puke. The other benefit is that if you pick up any pills that are dropped by zombies, especially zombie scientists, which are what they drop mainly, you return back to human form, and you can actually get hit by the spew again. And we want to die before we get hit by the spew. so that we actually get bombs for the puke. So we're gonna real quick just get hit. Wait, hold on. Okay, we're just gonna get hit once. That's gonna kill us. And then there's gonna be more zombies. There's gonna be more zombies on our way through. Okay, so get hit by that guy. And there we go. So now we have the strongest move in the game for this boss. Now we just have to be careful not to get killed. Oh, alright, well we have more zombies. Okay, let's get killed. Let's kill this. Whoops. Okay, there's one more. We can get killed by him. We do want to get the spew. We do want to be turned into a zombie because as you can see, we're going to have some enemies to kill. We have 6 of these bosses to kill, and they start attacking much faster. But because we have this puke move, we can destroy most of them in one go. Okay, so there we go. That's 1. And that's 2. Now we go straight into the second phase. So you can't get hit by those because they'll kill you, naturally. And all you can really do is shoot at that core. And the more damage you do to it, the faster these things drop. We want them to drop a bit fast, because we can actually jump up on them at some point. And actually be able to throw grenades at them, but right now we don't have any grenades. But thankfully, they start throwing survivors in as well. So there's 1. Okay, so now we have this. It's basically like an advanced form of Tetris. The longer you survive, the faster these things drop. There's one thing I should also note is that I'm playing with infinite credits on because this game is bullshit. It is an arcade game, so there is going to be a lot of quarter eater moments where they're just going to throw everything they have at you to kill you, just to get coins out of you. Okay, so that's stage 2. No prisoner. Well,
Mission complete.
there you go.
Mission 3. Start.
Okay, so now we're underwater. Can't remember what's here. I think... No, that's stage 4. I have to remember what this stage has. It starts underwater, I remember that much. But I can't remember what the main boss is. So yeah, the oops, right. If you miss your jump, you fall into the water and die. How could I forget? No, what I remember the most is that this is an underwater fight, but I can't remember what the boss is. Another thing to note is that the music in this game is awesome. It definitely maximizes the amount of just insane fun you can have in this game. In its state of ridiculousness, it has a lot of interesting little quirks about it. Like, it's actually probably one of the cleanest games I can think of. There isn't a lot of ways you can break this game and glitch it. Like, I'm pretty sure you could glitch Metal Slug 1 pretty badly, but I don't know about this game. Oh, damn it. Alright. Yeah, the interesting thing about the... so I'm going to compare a lot of the versions that I've played. I've played 3 versions of this game. I played the original arcade, this version, and I own the PC version as well. And the reason why I'm not playing the PC version is because the PC version has a lot of sound lag. It's not a very good port because it uses an emulator. It uses an emulator that seems like it doesn't perfectly emulate this game. It uses .emu, which I think is an in-house emulator. Okay, what is... Oh, right, this is the base. Now I remember. Oops. I'm trying to, like, do multiple things at once. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to try to avoid these laser things as much as possible. Oh, well, couldn't avoid that one. Well, I could if I were paying attention. Okay, so these guys are going to have new weapons as well. They're going to have shields, they're going to have rocket launchers, and they're also going to have M1s. Okay, I want that laser. Laser's a really good weapon. It eviscerates things and also pierces. Oops, well, there goes my laser. The one difficult thing about this whole thing is that not only do you have to avoid shots from below, which is hard because you have to jump in order to avoid it. Whoops. Also, the one strange thing about this version of the game is that the pause button and the continue button are the same. So when you try to continue, and the continue screen isn't up, you enter the menu. Oh, damn it. Alright. Okay, just gotta run through and shoot things. Yeah, by the way, this might remind you of Alien. With all the super loaders. Okay, time for the boss. Say hello to Mr. Robot. I actually want to continue so I can have a bunch of grenades. And of course a heavy machine gun. It's really the draw of all this is that if you don't use infinite continues, then you really kind of throw yourself for a loop. Because this is where the game starts to throw just the insane bosses at you. So right now I'm trying to just hit this boss and avoid these. And as you see, since I brought down his health by a lot, they doubled the spawning missiles. So now the missiles are spawning twice as fast. Along with this, he also does a full screen attack, except for things that are behind him. However, if he does something behind him, like that, He can attack the whole screen. He can do that. So basically, the developers are out to get you. And it does not get any easier. That's heavy machine gun. Yeah, so you just got to be really careful. There you go.
Mission complete. Mission 4. Start.
Alright, so mission 4. Time to go kill some... Time to go kill some stereotypes. Okay, so we're on a camel. We are on a camel with a machine gun attached to him in the middle of a desert. I'm betting you can guess what we're shooting. What we're going to be shooting very soon once we get rid of all of these guys. And as I pointed out, you can just see the amount of insanity that they're throwing at us now, so much that it's lagging the game. So now we gotta be careful, because now they're throwing everything they have at us. So we just keep running and throwing grenades, avoid these missiles, except that one. Alright, off we go. Damn it. Yeah, gotta kill everything. That is really just the deal with this. You just have to keep killing and throwing things. Alright, so this is where we start seeing some of the crazy stuff. So we can either go up or go down. We're gonna go down because we get to experience the real stereotypes. Well, not really a real stereotype, but we'll be fighting some killer plants. Yeah, thank you, you know. Great. And if these spores hit you, then you die. You wouldn't know that until you actually get hit by one of these things. They look harmless, but in reality they are absolutely murderous. However, these things are weak to fire. Alright. So, now we have maggots to deal with. Writhing, worming maggots. So we have to be kind of careful when we clear through here, because these will kill us. Again, everything kills us in one hit. Even these. So we have to clear this place in order to get this crank going. And that gets us this guy and a bunch of these things. Again, it's just an outright onset of craziness. And it only gets worse. Outright craziness. Yeah, so you just gotta be a bit careful. You never know. Ah, that's a shotgun. I could use that. So shotgun is quite a powerful weapon. It's probably one of the heaviest weapon, one of the highest damaging weapons you can get in the game besides a rocket launcher. But it has a really low fire speed. Okay, a drill. Off to drill things we go. Yep. These guys bleed purple. There's nothing you can do about it. Quite violent, too. I guess this is because of the huge, like, mutant infecting craze thing that was going around at the time. Poison. Laser gun. Alright. I can dig that. Okay, these are the little larvae of the mosquitoes that they were killing earlier. Those things shoot bubbles at you that immediately melt you. Actually, no, it's just a giant spew of acid. Right. How could I forget? Yeah. So you can kind of see why this got a little bit censored. As in, they just took out the blood. Clearly the most violent thing. Oh, that is not a good weapon. Heavy machine gun was probably better for that. Speaking of heavy machine gun. Oh, well. Alright, let's just shoot. Just throw and shoot. Throw and shoot. Laser gun, alright. Oh, I didn't notice that his hair blew back a bit. Alright, time for the quarter eater boss. This guy has a small little hit point in the center that also shoots things at you. You think it's easy, but again, after like half health, they get crazy. Like that. That's not even half health. That's just a foreboding sense of things to come. Alright. This thing that turns you into a bunch of gold, and then you can pick up that gold for a ton of points, but who cares about points? Okay, Mist Wolf attack. Yeah. This boss is just... Yeah, this boss just hates you. Again, this is where it gets to quarter eater range of stupidity. It is possible to play through this game without using any credits, though. Keep that in mind. People have beaten this game without using any continues. In fact, that's actually a reward. There's an achievement for that. Because again, we're playing this on the 360 version. But again, it's also on the PC version. And the PS3, actually. So if you want to pick this game up on PS3, you can do that. Alright, this will start spewing stuff really quick. Alright. Nope, I got turned into coins. Look at all that money. Look at all those points, those useless little points. They don't even give you lives. They're just there to make you feel good. Okay, that's gonna be all homing. Okay, that's gonna be a gold attack. So once you get the patterns down, you can figure it out. But again, it's down to a range of just trying to kill fast and not get attacked. That it just gets stupid. Okay. Oh, that's a laser gun. I want that. And I guess I'll take the coins, too. There we go. Perfect. And that's stage 4.
Mission complete.
Sorry, I have to go do things sometimes. Alright, we wanted the plane. Probably should have grabbed the plane. Alright, final mission. Alright. That's one part down. And now we're flying around. Just shooting planes with a pistol. And this is kind of where the game kind of changes its own pace and becomes this really strange shooter. Like, it is a really interesting change of pace, and it does make the game more interesting. It also kind of shows the evolution of this game from its first 2 games. As you'll see, we're actually riding in towards the base from the first game. Okay, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab that helo again. All right, off we go. Get guys on motorcycles. Got a helicopter shooting at us. We're just gonna hang out inside of them and just tear him up. Just tear him apart with this gun. Turnips. Or daikon radishes, I think those are. Those definitely weren't carrots. It's a rocket launcher. And I ran right into that one. So this game is about an hour long. But if you really delay yourself too much, then it can go anywhere between an hour and 2 hours, depending on how well you do. Okay, so we got rid of that shield. Now we can actually take him down. There we go. Okay, and off we go into another helicopter. Okay, here comes the boss. This giant warship. Again, remember that this is a quarter eater, so they're going to throw everything they have at you. They're going to throw absolutely everything. Even this guy, who you might remember from Metal Slug 1. Whoa, hello. Oh, yep. So he explodes pretty spectacularly as well. Oh, damn it, I need that heavy machine gun. He is shouting, "Die, boy," by the way. And as you shoot him, he gets progressively more red. Oops, damn it. You mostly see him in his laughing pose, but you know. Yep, there's that blood. Of course, that blood comes from Metal Slug 1 as well. again, because that character is a Metal Slug 1 favorite from stage 3? Okay, now time for the penultimate boss. So you have this interesting thing to fight with, which is, which allows you to do quite a bit of damage. But again, you can basically switch between your normal gun and this. And you want to do that because of the anti-air, or the Gatling gun on the airship, which threatens to shoot you off of that. So you want to just go on, hop off, and wait for it to rise, and then you can just shoot these out of the sky if you try. By the way, I should probably note one thing. The controls for that is reversed, so turning left, for this, I mean, turning left makes it go right, and turning right makes this go left. Oop. But yeah, definitely really awesome pixel art. Like, this is the pixel art that a lot of artists aspire to be able to draw someday in their career, because it is just gorgeous and it flows so perfectly. Alright, we have enough bombs to probably do this. Yep, there we go. Another blood drop. Oh no, it's an alien! So, it's an interesting thing as well, because, in Metal Slug 3, they introduced two new characters. One is Aerie, and this character. Can't remember her name. They introduced female characters, I should say. But, in Metal Slugs 1 and 2, it was Marco, and, don't want to say that his other name, that the other guy's name is Polo, but whatever. But yeah. These characters were introduced exclusively in this one. Anyway, this becomes a vert shooter. So, hello to an already changing design choice, a vert shooter. Again, it works, so what can I complain about? It flows. You can't ask for anything better. Yeah, and your missile, by the way, it's a ground to air missile that comes from the base that you were just at and goes into orbit. Okay, we have laser now. And we are just going to tear this apart. Again, you're going to be spending a lot of your weapon upgrades just taking out missiles. And the problem is that if you run out of, if you lose your extra arms, then you lose that edge you had. Oops, well. Go, well, now we lost more than just an edge. Shotgun, perfect. Okay, you're gonna grab that and then grab that. Rocket launch hair is always good, but shotgun is better. Shotgun! I love the announcer that tells you that. He's great. Okay, we're just gonna grab that again. Get rid of these. And just a lot of dolls. Oh well. Okay, more bombs. That's good. Okay, more rocket launch air. Always good. Oops. Alright. Damn it. So, an interesting thing about this particular section, whoever gets kidnapped in that scene, you cannot play as. You have to play as the other characters that were not in that area at the time. So if you were to play as both the male characters in a 2-player mode, then the 2 players would have to play as the 2 female characters instead. And the same applies for any character that you play as. You just can't play as them until the end. Or until... Yeah, you just can't play... just can't play them again. Like, at all. Alright. Come on. This ship is just being a nuisance. There we go. Jesus. That was a problem. I have to put on some sounds in the background, otherwise I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Oh, that's a... Yeah, so this game actually came out around Independence Day's release, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of similarities. And by around the same time, Independence Day was 2001, and this was 2003. So, alright, probably one of the most stressful tracks in the game. Definitely the most memorable, though. Well, I mean, one of the most memorable. Not counting the final boss theme, which is kick-ass. Okay, these things you have to destroy really quickly. Since we do not have bombs or handguns, it gets really close of a shave. It'd be nice if one of these things dropped a power-up. There we go. I have to chase it around for a bit. Yeah, it's laser. Laser gun is fine. Okay, here comes another wall. Okay, there's a heavy machine gun. And another laser gun. But with the added effect of being shot at by 7 different things. Chaser, alright. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's another... There we go. By the way, the next sets don't trigger until you destroy these. So you have to destroy them real quickly. There we go. And again, using any handgun, you have to get basically up to it and just mash the button in order for it to get killed quickly. You're actually hearing how quickly I can press that button, and it's taking that many shots in order to do so. Like, it's insanity. There you are, Soren.
Stop.
Not much. Just in the final mission of the game.
Nice.
Which takes about as much time as the other 4 missions of the game take.
That's a standard thing for an arcade game, though.
I guess, yeah. But it's like a 45-minute game until you reach the final mission, and then the other mission is, in the final mission is 45 minutes. Roughly. But there's like 7 sections you have to do. Like, you have a flying section, and then you have a run and gun section, then you have a boss, and then it becomes a vert shooter. And then you have more vert shooter, and more vert shooter, and then you finally do more run and gun. And then you deal with like 3 bosses. So you have a lot of shit to deal with. By the way, everyone, this is Soren. You know him. He also streams.
Mm-hmm. I do also stream.
By the way, you get to see Brain Rope. You get to see fucking Daleks. in this game.
Nice. I'm trying to figure out what I was gonna Google. Oh,
What were you gonna Google?
that's what it's gonna do. I spelled twitch.tv wrong. I'm trying to go to the database group channel. I forgot to type it in. Clearly a
Jesus.
smart one right here, right?
Yep. I mean, I become... I don't want to say I become smarter at night, but I become... I'm not affected by sleep deprivation at night. So
Same here.
I got that going for me. Rocket launcher, alright. By the way, if you don't know what the running joke is in Metal Slug, it's the announcer says rocket launcher strangely, so it's become like a meme that it's just known as the rocket launcher. Because he says like rocket launcher. Something like that. By the way, I am hearing myself in the background.
Oh, you are? I'll move
Yeah.
further. You hear yourself?
No, I'm good now. Okay. There we go.
Huh.
Yeah. In the final mission of the game, there is no such thing as stopping firing. You just have to shoot the just ever-loving fuck out of everything. You do not have a pause for anything.
What is there? Oh.
By the way, you kind of missed my little talk about this mission in particular. This mission's really interesting because this game came out a year or two after Independence Day, and it takes a lot of creative license. Like, it has quite a bit of similarity between that, but it also plays with a lot of other sci-fi stuff. Like these robot things, which I think are based on the Matrix. But you have like the brain robots that are very clearly like the Daleks from Doctor Who. And you have just aliens, but you fight the mothership, and you have to shoot the core, and the core shoots a giant beam, and it's almost resemblant of like that climactic scene from Independence Day. So it takes a lot of creative license from science fiction movies that came out in that time. Well, you know, in terms of like Aliens, like Aliens vs. Predator, I think came out in 2002 as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, it takes a lot of, and it's a really interesting thing because it doesn't seem to take away from the flow. Like, no matter how many new enemies they introduce, you're just shooting a shit ton of things, and it's still just as enjoyable. These bouncing balls.
Oh god, the bouncing balls.
That giant enemy is actually interesting as well. Not in any specific way, but just the way that it dies. It collapses under its own legs, and if you stay under him for too long, it crushes you. Like you actually get killed by its destruction.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you have to get killed. You have to destroy it from the underside as well. So that's the issue with it.
That's not good.
Alright, here comes the Chord Reader. The last 3 stages of this game have just the Chord Reader bosses from hell, but this one is like 1,000 times more worse than every other boss you've fought so far. It shoots giant balls at extremely quick speeds, and the ball gets larger, and it keeps spamming those balls. so that you have to like crawl under them sometimes, and if you get caught in a wall, then you're basically just trapped and you have to take a death. And because the game lags, the balls take longer to go down into the floor, so you're going to die eventually. And I seem to be pulling these. They seem to be pulling them really well, though. So, yeah. I know a lot about Metal Slug. It's one of my favorite arcade franchises. Alright, time to introduce the clones. So, the clones are interesting. The last character you played, like I mentioned before, the last character you played gets kidnapped by aliens. And, that last played character becomes the clone. So, currently we're dealing with Marco clones. But if you're playing with 2 players, it just clones the 2 I think it either clones the 2 characters or the player 1. It either clones both characters or player 1. I can't remember which. Oh, I'm fat now. Perfect.
Oh. Yeah. We have someone watching.
Huh?
We have someone watching. Natural Guy 1.
Oh,
Says,
hi.
what's up,
Oh,
Discord?
this is, this guy actually was around during my Final Fantasy streams. How's it going, man? I mean, he asked us first, so I guess,
This is going good.
yeah, going pretty good. Just shooting a bunch of stuff.
Shooting stuff is fun. I'm
Yeah,
looking
especially when it's
things.
running guns.
Yep. I am looking into things via things, and a lot of.
You really don't want to be fat. You really don't want to be fat in this game, but it's kind of hilarious when you are fat because your melee weapon becomes a fork
Oh wow!
instead of a knife, and your gun becomes a blunderbuss, basically. But it's still pretty awesome. But you also deal bonus damage in that form. But your hitbox is larger as an effect.
Yeah, I've only played Metal Slug 2 and XX, and that's it.
Yeah, Metal Slug 3 is probably my favorite just because of the diversity of enemies. You don't feel bored just going around and killing them all because they just keep creating new enemies for you to destroy.
Yeah.
And they all have different ways that they attack. Like in stage 3, you can either kill... I don't want to seem like I'm crazy or anything, but I remember you can kill like Arab-looking enemies in the 3rd stage, but if you go downstairs, you kill a bunch of plants.
Huh.
I can't remember if that's what that stage is about. By the way, it seems like they intentionally just give you heavy machine gun infinitely in this stage, because I am not dropping from arms 900 while doing this. I'm just constantly running around, just doing all this. It's basically like a ballet, like watching a fucking Broadway show where the main character is just running around in circles, shooting and stabbing things. That would be Die Hard the musical, I'd say. That would be Die Hard the musical. It is really hard to deal damage to everything, though, especially when you have to destroy it. There we go. Huh, that was easier than I thought it would be. Huh. Yeah. Natural Guy, you were around during the Final Fantasy VII stream, right? Okay, so this is where it gets really intriguing. So you free the player character that you saved that was kidnapped earlier, and the clones, they start spawning, thinking that they can survive, and eventually a clone does survive, And these clones are basically the zombie forms from stage 2. So now they can do the screen clearer on you. But there are these ridges in this level that protect you from it. So as long as you can move quickly, you can survive it. Yeah, that was not good. So yeah, you're learning things.
Okay.
Okay, and now they're going to introduce both imperfect clones and perfect clones. Because again, they want to steal your quarters. An arcade game almost never gets easy when it gets ported. They just give you infinite credits. That's safe to say, right? I mean, an arcade game usually keeps its original version and just gives you a different version to play for consoles.
Well, that's weird.
Like, I know House of the Dead gives you an original mode and an arcade mode, so you can play the original arcade game, but they also give you a version that, they give you a version that's playable on the Wii, or playable on the, console version that gives you, like, different gameplay to, like, make up for the fact that it's just a port. I can't remember. I thought I got into that. Alright, let's try that now. Okay, so now we're gonna deal with super Daleks. Drop shot. Alright, well, I need it. Any weapon is better than your handgun. At least for a little bit.
I've never had a game tell me that. I guess it's an added realism sense.
Huh?
Playing Go-Go Nippon Japan. The beginning of the game asks you to choose US dollars or Euro dollars and type in the current exchange rate for that to Japanese yen.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to type in.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because the game is like, I know what the game eventually becomes, and like that kind of currency exchange thing is kind of strange. Imagine if somebody try to play that game when the currency exchange plummets to something that is undesirable, and the game becomes practically impossible to play.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. Alright, final boss time. I am playing this on arcade difficulty. I think I've taken 15 continues so far. Yeah, you really don't need to use the the stick because it's still an 8-directional game. So it just gives you more control to use the D-pad. So finally, that shitty D-pad that everybody hates, it has a use for an arcade game to better emulate a joystick.
I wouldn't really say it was a good use, though.
It depends on the arcade game. Like a fighting game, probably not. But a game like this, absolutely. Or like a game like Retro City Rampage. It really depends on the arcade game, or the game style, I guess. You can probably hear my button presses on the mic in the stream. I am trying real hard right now. Yeah, also an important thing is that every character in this game has a different gun and a different melee weapon. So like Marco has like a Colt pistol and a standard like just trench knife kind of deal. But this character, whose name I can't remember, she has a Python Magnum. I can't remember the Magnum that opens up from the revolver. I guess it's known as like a Rex in that kind of deal. But that's besides the point. She also has a tomahawk, or like a hand axe, or a hatchet, whichever you want to call it.
Okay.
So every character has their own unique kind of deal.
Nice.
I can't remember. In Metal Slug 2, could you play as the female characters, or was it still just the two guys? I'm pretty sure Metal Slug 3 is when they introduced Aerie and the other girl.
No idea. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do some editing, and I might pop in again. If not, then I'm probably gonna head to sleep because I have to stream tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, it was nice at least joining for a little bit. Might join again.
That's Metal Slug 3.
Fun.
That's Metal Slug 3. Yep. Absolute fun.
I'm gonna head to my chat now. See ya.
Yep. Just hang out in the chat, man. Alright. I'm gonna go get some coffee. It's 5 in the morning right now. We played that game for an hour. It's a good game. Good, fun game. I'm gonna go get something to drink right now. So I'll be right back. arcade. There's a mobile version of Tokyo Jungle? Really? I didn't know that. Huh. Alright. Well. Can't remember. Is that an auction? Yeah. There you go. Alright. So I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, so I can't remember what the gimmick is with this. I'm pretty sure what the issue is with Tokyo Jungle is that it it won't it won't play music on HDMI. Oh, I know why. It's because of the fucking HDCP. Okay, so it looks like we'll be able to looks like we'll be fine. It sounds like the audio is going up. All right. So, for those of you who don't know what Tokyo Jungle is, it is a it is a it is a generational survival game where you play as animals um, in a desolate post-apocalyptic Japan set 10 years after the human race has been erased from um, all of the world. So all you play as are animals, and as you can see, I have not quite unlocked everything. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to play with some of the DLC characters. And as you can see here, there are some dinosaurs. But so there are a lot of interesting DLC for this game. So all of these characters up here, all these animals I mean, they are unlockable. So all these all these animals up here and just past these, they are unlockable just by playing the game. You unlock the animals by completing the challenges that are given to you. So, like, in order for me to unlock this animal, I need to beat a challenge with this animal. But we're going to be playing with these characters. Silky Terrier, a Fat Cat, Kangaroo, Black and White Pomeranians, Homo erectus, and an office worker. These two are human-based, doesn't matter. But, you know, we have plenty of things to just deal with. Now, an interesting thing is that there is actually an animal in this game. The ERCX, it is the most overpowered animal in the game. It's DLC naturally, so you pay like $1 for it, but it is absolutely a powerful animal. It has the highest life, the highest stamina of any animal in the game, and it does not require another animal to breed with it. You can just capture all 4 of the points in the game and just sleep in it, and all your stats carry over. So it's basically a practice animal. It allows you to just kind of learn how the game works. So we're gonna play with the pig. And so there are two types of animals in this game: grazers and predators. Predators will attack any animal. They eat exclusively meat. But grazers, they can only eat plant life, and they are usually incredibly weak. So our job is to just find plant sources and survive. So let me see here. As you can see here, this is our world that we have to go with. It has an underground section and an above ground section. Those little bars underneath point out how much plant life there is in each area. So right now in Shibuya suburbs and Yamanote Line West, there is plenty of plant life to eat. But we're just gonna feast a little bit on what we can find. Now our task is not to get killed by predators, and there are going to be plenty of predators around. They're usually marked in green. They're usually marked in green by the little marks on the ground there. And we're just going to finish up eating all this plant life. Bottled water. This will, I think this increases our stamina. Let's see here. What's the button to do this again? Up. Fills hunger gauge and reduces toxicity. Alright, that's fine. So, the trick of this game is to survive until you get to a roughly old age. And, so the old age is roughly 15 years. And that is about 15 minutes of in-game time. Uh-oh. That is a predator. A beagle. Yes, a beagle is a predator. Shut up. Okay, we want to just go around him. Okay, so pressing L1 allows you to sneak. This makes you less visible, and allows you to get past enemies like that. You can also hide in grass if you're detected, and be able to hide from them, but eventually they will find you, just by sniffing you out, as long as you have a trail to go on. So we gotta be extra careful. Wilbur the pig must survive. Okay, so... Oh right, I should probably show this as well. Challenge list. So as you see here, we have plenty of challenges to take. We have to mark 4 times, because right now, it's year 1. In the first year, you have 1 year to just get set up, and in this first year you start, going on, you have to do objectives. And as you see here, we have all of this. So we headed to Shibuya Shop District, so our attack went up by 5. We earned 750 survival points. But now we have to intake 2,000 kcals and mark locations 4 times in order to get extra benefits. Our goal is to do, let's see here, this one. We have to complete 2 challenges and change generations once in order to obtain this. And to unlock the black buck, we need to touch it as a grazer. But if you are a predator, you have to fight them off and take their territory in order to unlock those animals. So our goal is to get the black buck. Okay, so we have to do 2 challenges and change generations once. We can do the Mark 4 locations here and change generations, but we need to rank up in order to mate. So right now we're veteran, and we need to get to boss in order to get the highest breed of mate. So yeah, this is the game. It's a lot of fun if you play it. I can tell that it's probably going to be a bit boring for viewers, but I promise you that it's actually a lot of fun to play. Especially since it has co-op. I've never tried it though. I want to try the co-op sometime. That would be fun. Ooh. Flea shampoo. So an interesting thing is that if you get a very low, rank mate, there's a chance that they are infested with fleas. And fleas will gradually eat away your hunger a bit faster, and will make your stamina drain a bit more than usual. And you don't want that. That's a predator, great. Okay, so we need to... Oh yeah, that's another thing I need to note. As the years advance, you will get different effects. So currently it's a bit hotter than usual, as you can see by the heating summer. But sometimes it'll rain a lot and that'll decrease your visibility. And other times, you will have a toxicity meter to deal with. So right now we have toxicity to deal with, and we also have low visibility. It's an interesting thing that I just brought up that as it happened. That's good. That's great. You can actually pick up this game right now for $10. You can also pick up the DLC for $7 and have all the animals. Okay, that's a bad mate. You can tell by the hearts. If it's black, then they're the worst mates to have, and you don't want to touch them. Let's check out our other mate without getting caught by predators. Interesting thing to note is that this is faster to run with. Alright, the predator should still be there, I think. So you have to be extra quiet. Uh-oh. Okay, you didn't see us. The AI is actually pretty smart. Like, they can detect you pretty easily. This is actually probably one of my favorite games from, for the PlayStation 3, like, I can't say independent. It's a PS3 classic. I can tell you that much. Or, Best of PlayStation... It's on the Best of PlayStation Network Volume 1, along with Fat Princess and Sound Shapes. Ooh, drinking water gets up my hunger. That's good. Okay, the average female. So, there are 3 ranks. Rookie, Veteran, and Boss. In Boss, you can have any female you want, but, as a Veteran, you can only have average. You can't have a prime female. And if you're Rookie, all you can have are the bad females. You do not want a bad female, because bad females, I can't call them bad. They are pretty bad though. If you get bad females, then you don't have any extra assistance, and you just get horrible. You can get fleas. You can also get. You also lose a lot of your stat attributes depending. So it can be really bad if you do not try to find a prime female. But it's really hard not to get average, at least. But yeah, if you get an average or a prime female, you get extra friends in your litter, and these actually fight with you. They cannot be detected, so you're safe. If you die, then you take control of one of the other animals in your group, and each of these group things actually has a bit of an extra thing to it. When you're fleeing from a predator, you can press the circle or the triangle button and have one of your group members separate from the group so that the predators are distracted. And if they're distracted, you can get away along with your other survivable group, and the one who gets left back just dies. That's just nature. Don't complain to me. Ooh, mushrooms. We could top off our hunger. So, the Black Buck boss is in Shibuya Woods. That is just up here. Whoops. That is just past Dogenzaka. Not really woods either, it's a lot of buildings. There's a bit of verticality in that area compared to a lot of other places. So, yeah. I'm trying not to talk a lot into the mic. For various reasons. Okay, so now we have +5 stamina. And as you can see, we get that boost right away. We have an extra 5 stamina. Oh, we got a Hyotoko mask. Oh, right, I should probably point that out too. As you play, you actually get extra... You get extra little things. And these little equipment things actually give you extra benefits. So we get a Hyotoko mask, and that adds defense to us. But if we want to wear an antenna, it gives us extra attack. However, we don't want to wear that because herbivores don't really attack. We want to back off from that. Let's see here. Let's wear a cutie collar, since that'll increase a lot of our stats. Let's see here. What will give us a lot of extra defense? A cool shape plush, huh? Oh yeah, okay. And kitty paws. That'll increase our attack. We have 10 of these? Jesus. But yeah, you can just wear a bunch of equipment, increase your stats, and then move on. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Evade, evade, evade. Okay, we see, as you see down on the map, one of our members got left out. So now that member is gonna die. For our benefit. So, rest in peace. But we survived, and that's all that matters. It's only gonna get worse. It can only get more difficult as you survive. I promise you this. That's just nature, though. Sometimes you have to sacrifice in order to survive. You can't really control it. What else can you do? Ooh, an item. Cool. Pet medicine. That's good. Plenty of items, too. Restoring life, hunger gauge. We want to stockpile these items just in case we have a situation where we need them. We do not want to be trapped in a situation where we cannot heal, where we cannot increase our hunger, or reduce toxicity. That is the worst situation to be in. You do not want to be stuck in that situation. There is actually a story mode to this. The story mode teaches you a lot about the gameplay. So you get to learn about how a lot of the gameplay mechanics work. Okay, so where is this black buck that we can touch? Because again, that's why we're here in Shibuya Woods, is to touch a black buck to unlock them. Also, I did mention what the predator's thing is. I'm wrong about that, though. You have to claim the territory to get that animal. You cannot just fight them all. You actually have to claim the territory, which is thankfully easier to do than fighting the boss of that enemy. Or, yeah, the boss of that animal. Everything really is just an enemy, though. You can't be stuck in a bad situation. There's a lot of chickens here. There's a lot of chickens. Okay, this is where the usual group hangs out. I don't want to run in, though, in case something bad is here. Just a lot of chickens. Just a lot of chickens. There it is. There you are. Where'd you go? There you are. This is especially awful because I have... There we go. So there we go. Now we have the black buck unlocked. Okay. We should set up shop here. Hold on. What's our next challenge? Shibuya suburbs. Oh, damn it. Alright, it's going to be year 11 very soon, so I can mark here and go on. I can mark one location here and move on. I do not want to be here. So yeah, if you get all the locations, or if you get all the challenges, which is really hard, you have to survive like 100 years. And surviving is a very big issue. Especially in this situation that we're in right now, where things are attacking. Uh-oh. I do not want to be stuck. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not a good situation to be in. But thankfully we have more herd to get rid of, just in case. We don't want to turn to that in all situations, though. We want to avoid as much as we can. It looks like everybody's here, though, unless one did get left behind unintentionally. So, looks like we have that to worry about. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is a ton of bad news. Oh, right, I forgot to mention, the main gimmick of grazers is that they also have a double jump to get to high locations faster. And this makes them a bit more agile. They can actually run faster than predators can. That's what makes them more interesting to play sometimes. We don't want to get into a fight with anything, though. Getting into a fight with something would be terrible, especially in low visibility situations like this. We're just going to head to Shibuya suburbs while we can, and eat along the way. Okay, that's a rabbit, we're good. Okay, if we take too long, then we're also going to fail from old age. So we should probably hurry up while we can. Okay, our low visibility's gone. Okay. So as you see, since we have the boss rank, any extra K calories that we have turns into extra survival points. And survival points are used to unlock new animals, and extra items in the shop for like clothing and equipment like this. So it's a very good idea to continually get as much survival points as you can. Every weekend or so, they increase the amount of survival points that you can get. And that's what makes it very interesting, is that you can get a lot of survival points sometimes. And you really only need like maybe 100,000 to unlock an animal. That's actually the thing I should probably explain. When you unlock an animal, you do not unlock them fully, you have to buy them. That's the takeaway. You have to both unlock them and buy them in order to use them. But the payoff is that you get really good animals towards the end of your journey. You can actually unlock all the animals if you try. So, got that going. Okay, we're almost to Shibuya suburbs. And let's see our challenges again. 2,500 calories, we can mark in Shibuya suburbs. So we'll be able to make this. Okay, it's raining though. Yeah. Okay, there's a plant up here that I can eat. Ooh, the good stuff too. So tomatoes, or I think these might be fruit. Either way, worth a ton of points. Worth plenty of points. Okay, there we go. An extra 2 defense. Discount pet food. Delicious. Now the reason why we can't rebreed here, of all places, is because we've already bred here. We need to switch generations or use again. Okay, these are cats. They're predators. Those are porcupines. Okay, so this is cat territory. Ooh, an extra present. Unsavory stamina jerky. Oh boy. Okay, we want to raise our K-Cows, at least. But we don't want to waste all the food while we're here. Especially if we're going to be switching generations. Okay, so our first point is going to be here. The Lord of the Chimps has come to Dogenzaka. Thankfully, we're not there. Oh no, that point was back there where we needed to go. Plenty of predators around here. I don't like it here. Like it's an odd mix, actually. You have a lot of predators and you have a lot of grazers. Mostly rabbits. But oh yeah, those are wolves. How did I not notice that? Ah, shit. Oh yeah, what do you know? Look at that. They fell. They fell. Ah, damn it. This is not good territory to be in. We can outrun some cats. Actually, no, we can't. We can't outrun them, we might... No, we can outrun them, yeah. See, because we went into the bush, so they think we're gone. And since we're moving on now, we can actually just keep running. Thankfully, you didn't have to lose another animal. That would suck. Oh, god damn. Really? A bear. A bear of all things. I'm gonna stay down here, just in case. It is not safe down there. Up there. Anywhere. Monkeys? Yep. Actually, I think that might be a grazer. That's a chimpanzee, too. I'm sorry. Alright. Alright, we can definitely make the goal. Yeah, as you can see on the top right, that's our timer. And that D point is our years that we have. Okay, these are just Giza deer, I think. So I think we're good. And a zebra. Hello, zebra. Okay, so the story mainly goes is that you're like a lot of the domesticated animals in this land, or in Japan mostly, have escaped. It's kind of become their new home, rather. And basically all these animals used to be in a zoo or something, and they're now free from their captivity. That's really the story. How it goes, anyways. Okay, let's breed before we start losing our stats to old age. And that would suck if we died to old age. Oh, and we're also hungry, but that's fine. Would we rather have sex, or would we rather eat? We're pigs, so I guess we eat first. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now since we're old, there goes our last pig. Now since we're old, we're gonna be losing our stamina slowly, and we can't just... That's an average. No, that's desperate. Damn it. I couldn't see it because of the fucking low light. Alright, so now we have to drink water to get rid of our fleas. Great. So, now our hunger is going to gradually go down. And, even if we eat a lot, our hunger will just continually decline until it's nothing. So our hunger will gradually decline to low levels, and once we no longer have any stamina or hunger left, we are just no longer going to be getting any hunger at all. So we're just going to be starving gradually, and we'll be surviving on whatever we have, and it won't work. So right now we're in a run for time. We have the time against us right now. We need to hurry to our mating position. Uh-oh. Or we could just die from lions. Or panthers. Are those panthers? Either way, we are screwed. Yeah, at least we unlocked the black buck. That's just really how it goes. Sometimes you have a really good run and then it just abruptly ends. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna unlock that black buck from the store. Actually, no, I have it wrong. I need to do it in, I need to do it from the back. Or from the survival mode menu. There we go. So there's our black buck. 17,000 points. I'm gonna save. It auto-saved, by the way. Nothing I can do about it. So the really strange thing is that for some reason they don't unlock in order. Like, they unlock in a really strange order. What can you do? So we need to complete the black buck challenge with the deer. We need to complete the black buck challenge in order to get the sheep, in order to get this, in order to get this, which in order to get that, in order to... Let's see here, which one gets us the goat? Whichever one gets us from goat. There we go. In order to get that, which gets us this, which gets us... that, and then that, and then that, and then we get the that. No, what? I don't even. It doesn't matter. You just need to unlock all the animals in order to have the most fun. So we're gonna spend some time unlocking all the animals. We're actually gonna unlock all the colors too. So you can choose between male and female deer. An interesting choice. The female deer can run faster, I think. But it doesn't matter. You just switch whichever one you want to play as. Okay, here we are. So let's survive. Okay, so what is our first goal? Shibuya suburbs. Change generations 1 time, mark 4 times. And we can get sheep's territory. So, yeah. As you can see, the longer you survive, the more difficult your challenges go. So, in order for us to get these, in order to get that, it's just, you have a lot of stuff to do. There are no trophies, I think, attached to this. Actually, no, there are. There are. We're just gonna move down to Shibuya suburbs, though. We're gonna try to survive. That's our goal. And again, you can do a lot of maneuverability. But sadly, you can't change the camera. It's always going to be in this 2D perspective. But yeah, you do have a lot of versatility with how you can move as a grazer. Especially in this situation. So now we now have a lot of hyenas after us. But thankfully we can move faster than them. Some chicks. Alright, well, we got away from that. That's all we can care about. Okay, so... we can barely fight is the issue. So, if we were to try to survive, we wouldn't be able to fight back. Cats, perfect. The thing I'm doing right now is actually supposed to be a combat dodge, or an avoidance dodge rather. It's supposed to be used primarily to dodge attacks, but as it turns out you can actually use it really well for just going away from things faster. If you need to run, it's a really good running move. It lets you go a lot faster than you should be able to. Okay, what's our goals right now? Okay, so we can mark all of our locations here. So we can fully utilize the double jump and the side dodging in order to get around much faster. Okay, there are some hyenas there. That's a beagle. Ow, cut it out. Cut it out. Jesus. Fine, I'll just get away from here. This is gonna be hell and back. There we go. Okay, we'll go back to that one later. We cannot risk going back there at this point. That is Death Alley right there. But the other two locations are down. Actually, hold on. I think I can go around. I think I can go around from here. Low visibility also helps. Okay, we're good. We're good. What's down here? Rabbits. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're good. Looks like we're in the clear. Maybe not so in the clear. Okay, let's sneak. Let's very carefully sneak. We definitely cannot move in at this point. But I'm going to anyways. Okay. Now let's get the hell out of here while we have the chance. Okay, so now we can switch our generation. Because that is exactly what we need to do at this point. Wait, I should probably equip some items. Sun visor. Let's see here. Cutie collar. A cool Che plush. I guess cat paws wouldn't do too bad. This looks hilarious. Actually, an interesting thing is that it would take longer for them to get up to you if you were to jump on that sit up there, so it's a lot better to do so. Alright, what kind of female is here? Ooh, Prime. Yes. So right now we're playing as a female. So we have our Prime male. Now we're going to go up to the nest in the roof and mate. We're currently hungry. And we are currently hungry at this situation. Okay. Now we mate. Oh wow, look at this. Look at our generation. Okay, so when you're first born, you aren't exactly the strongest. Also, since we did our E-challenges, we can now start doing the Sheep's Territory challenge. That's in Shibuya Station. So, it looks like we need to claim that territory. Ooh, we actually unlocked a new costume item, too. Okay, so now let's start getting set up to go to that way. How do I get down? This way. Okay. It's so strange how you can't jump down from there. You can only jump down from that car. I also didn't notice that the car had movement animations when you jump on it. That's neat. Having that extra stamina is actually pretty helpful. Okay. Samoyed Enterprises. Well, there it is if we ever get to it again. So how's everybody doing this morning? I guess I should probably start asking you guys questions since, you know, you guys are here. You know, you spent time being here. I can only be extremely thankful that you guys are all here in a really early set of the morning. Oops. Okay. Okay, we can get to Shibuya Station pretty soon. As long as there aren't any predators in that area. I'm gonna guess that there are quite a bit. Shibuya Station's pretty small. Okay, some chicks. So far, so good. Shibuya Shop District is gonna be pretty heavy, though. I can feel it. Uh-oh, cat. Okay, we're good. We're good. We are good. No matter how many times I say that, it's never going to be quite perfect. Hmm. Okay, well, at least I know that that's a safe spot up there, in case we ever get in a bad situation. I have to remember that I can fully utilize that double jump. Just get up to places where they can't get. That'll be a savior. Uh-oh. The sheep are angry. We are pretty strong, for what it's worth. Not exactly 100% strong, but whatever, we can do it. We can kick ass, if we really tried. Which is going to be good, because we need to get these sheep out of our new territory. I need to practice with that, I guess, on these guys. Especially since predators are going to be pretty strong. Having that kick is going to be a godsend. It'll knock them back, we can survive a bit longer. Yeah, that's actually a really good combo. Oh. Gotta kick your ass all the way to the market. That doesn't exist anymore. Didn't think this all the way through. No, that's right, run. Run, I dare you. I dare y'all to run. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, just get out of here. Okay, we need to eat a bit more after we get all these sheep out of the way. We need to get that prime female. Switch ourselves a generation. There we go. And I think we got all those sheep out of our way. Now let's eat. Gotta be some plant life around here. Is there anything else around here? I think we ate everything here. Well, what's over here? Another prime female? There are 2 prime females here? Wow. Quite the showing. I guess they liked how much we kicked those animals' asses. Well, I won't complain. Now that I have a full rank, I can actually mate with them. Let's grab you. Yes, the prime male. Yes. Yes. The prime male, indeed. Wait, did my computer just shut off? This laptop, man, I don't get it. Sometimes it overheats for absolutely no reason. And I don't know what else to do in that situation. There we go. So now we have 3 new generations. Or we have generation 3. We're gonna try to survive as long as we can. Yeah, that's a really powerful kick. It's just a shame that we can't really fully utilize it. As one, we may kick your ass. We're dealing with small fry enemies, by the way. Oh, and we switched camera. There we go. Jesus. I think that crow was a home run. Okay, what's our new situation so far? I was just in Shibuya Shop District. Eat a grasses. Grasses eaten. Alright. What happens if we just quit right now? Right. Alright, I'm just gonna get killed so we unlock the sheep. So we can actually unlock more creatures. We really do want to get more creatures unlocked. However, there is one big thing to note. As you complete chapters in this game, you start to unlock key cards, or these data files. And if you get a ton of data files, I think 3, if you get all 3 data files in a survival mode, then you unlock the next chapter of the story, but you need to have beaten the chapter, the story chapter in order to unlock it. Yes, this silky terrier is going to tear us apart. Watch this. That hurts a lot. Ouch. No, that's a kill. Oh no, what are we going to do? As you can see, as long as you can have a... Is that thing just bleeding? I think I glitched it so that it bleeds profusely. That's amazing. Okay, a cat, those will be dangerous.